Hi, you're watching India Today. I'm Nirali in conversation with Nora Fatehi and Remo D'Souza of Hip Hop India. Welcome to India Today, firstly.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. The show has begun. I mean, the anticipation around the show was very much high. The buzz was so much good. Tell me, what's the response, the initial response that has come to you, both of you?
Amazing. I mean, great response. And every show which I do, I wait for the reactions and I come to know, okay, the show is doing well or not. But the reaction tells you that, okay, the show is really good.
Yeah.
So this reaction which I'm getting is those kind of reaction which is everyone is loving it, and
Yeah.
because
Was
it's totally different than whatever other shows which we do.
That we have seen in the past.
Yes.
What's the response been for you, Nora?
It's been the same.
Yeah.
It's been the same. It's only been people very excited to see what we have in store, how this will be different, and how we're going to, unravel the world of hip hop, and
Yeah.
how are we going to celebrate hip hop dancers in India.
Yeah. And so when the show was first offered to you, both of you, what were your initial thoughts about this whole concept of the show, the whole theme, and what made you say yes to, judging the show, turning the judges for the show?
See, for me, because the makers of the show is a friend of mine, and he's been with me since when I started the reality shows.
Yeah.
So whatever show ideas he gets, he discuss the idea with me and all this stuff. So this was before it came out to do a show. The idea was there. We discussed and we said, yeah, this is something really, really nice and we should do something like that. And since then only I knew that this show which they are coming out, I need to be a part of this. So yeah.
What
Same.
about you, Nora?
No, same.
Yeah.
Same.
There's no way I would say no to something like this.
This is something.
Yeah.
It's like as I'm talking to you, I'm like looking at the poster, and
Sure.
I'm just thinking of how we're part of a revolution that's happening in how we celebrate artists in this country, how we celebrate music and dance, and how we're having big platforms like Amazon backing us. It's a very big deal.
That's a big deal in itself. But talking about the theme of the show, that is Gali Se Glory Tak,
Yes.
all of us have started from the scratch, seen our successful highs and lows of your
Yes.
career. Tell me your success story, how you started off and how have you reached the top?
You go first.
I mean, look, everyone knows, I'm not from here. I came from the other side of the world. And I didn't know anyone here. I didn't have any connections, no friends, no family, no nothing. And in my own right, Gali Se Glory Tak, ye glory hai, but even nobody knows what gully I've come from, and I did come from like the bottom completely. And for me to be able to say, Gali Se Glory Tak, I've embodied that, I've lived that, from doing everything possible in the industry. All the work that came to me, it doesn't matter whether it was a reality show, a song in a film, a cameo in a film, a random role somewhere, a contestant in a reality show, all these things. I've done it all just so that I can reach what I wanted, I want to be in films, I want to act, I want to dance, I want to be able to judge, I want to be performing on the biggest stage in the world. I want to do all of that. So anyone witnessing my journey is slowly getting to see all of that happen, and that's a lot thanks to dance, actually, if you come to see it, and the people who actually believed in me.
That's true. It's always been a one step at a time for you, Nora.
Definitely.
What about you, sir?
So exactly same. I mean, we've been talking like both our stories are like
Crazy.
It's crazy. It's how it matches this thing. Of course, मेरी गलियाँ अलग थी. आधी गलियाँ शायद देखी लोगों ने मेरी स्टोरी सुनी है. But there was lot of गलियाँ, and then glory तक पहुँचना was a big struggle. But पहुँच गए. But now the other glory journey has begun. So now that also is a different game altogether.
But today, when you look at your journey in a hindsight, at this point in your career, is there anything you wish you could have done differently?
Never.
Never.
No.
Maybe any professional decision that you took, maybe a project that you regret doing.
No. If you ask me about my personal life, have I regret talking to certain people or giving them my time? That's a different question. But in my professional life, I am so grateful for every decision I made, for every opportunity that's come to me, and a lot of the journey between gali se glory tak. A lot of the times we don't have a choice to say yes or no to certain things, right? Sometimes we get work and we just do it because we have to. And by the grace of God, that opens up another door and that opens up another door. So it's been crazy.
It's been crazy.
Yeah.
Do you have any regrets?
No, absolutely not. I mean, everything what I've done professionally, it was me who did it, and I wanted to do it. Whether it's successful or failure, both were my thing. So there's
You
no regret.
owned up to it.
Yes, I owned.
They've always, I think, indirectly, have always been a blessing.
Yeah.
Whether they've been successful
whatever.
or not. Yeah.
I mean, it's success and failures are a part and parcel of any industry or any career that you take up. But now I have a fun rapid fire on a lighter note. Are you guys ready to take it up?
Yes.
So the first question is, if you had to choose one Bollywood actor to be your dance partner on a hip hop competition, who would it be and why?
Varun and Tiger.
Yeah.
These
This
three.
was a hard one.
Yeah.
This was
These
a hard
three
one.
people, if you take.
See, I would take Ritik if he doesn't have dates. I'd call Varun. And if Varun's not interested, I'd take Tiger. So
Tiger.
there's three, right?
There are
And they're
three.
all amazing. They're all
Undoubtedly.
outstanding performers.
Yeah. And so who would you choose?
I mean,
The
list
same.
is the same, of course. And any of these three.
If
I
the
take.
dates are available.
If
Yeah,
the
if
dates
they're
are
free,
available.
you know.
Yes, yeah, let's go.
Okay, the next question is, if you guys could create a signature dance move that represents your personality, what would that be called? A dance
That
move.
would be
Called.
called. I would say rainbow.
You'd say rainbow?
Yeah.
I don't know. This is a question that someone else has to answer. You need to answer that for me.
Why do you call it Nora only?
Yeah, I would just call it the
Yeah.
Nora move.
Yeah,
The Nora move.
Yeah. It's iconic in
Yeah.
itself.
Yeah, that's true. Unique in itself.
Yeah.
But okay, the next question is, if you had to introduce each other to a classic Bollywood song and choreograph a hip hop,
Classical song.
a classic Bollywood
Classic
song, like an
Bollywood song.
iconic song, if
Okay.
you had to introduce each other to it and choreograph a hip hop fusion for it, which song would you choose?
I don't know which song, but we do nowadays. I mean, we take any classic songs and we actually fuse it with this thing.
A lot of
Why don't we go with Dolare?
Dolar.
Okay, done.
Yeah,
And we fuse
let's
it
go.
with the
And
hip hop
fuse it with
element?
hip-hop,
Okay.
Okay. Describe your perfect dance partner in 3 words.
Strong. Should have rhythm. And should be versatile.
Versatile.
Strong
Yeah.
rhythm versatile.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, so what's the funniest thing that has ever happened during a dance rehearsal to both of you?
The dance rehearsal, funniest thing.
Funniest thing that has ever happened.
I mean, funniest thing,
Or maybe an embarrassing moment that you recollect.
not even embarrassing, but yeah, once there was embarrassing moment, I would say.
Yeah.
I was rehearsing at Satyam Hall and there was a step where you have to go on the knees and you have to go down like this, bow down on the knee. I went so hard that I banged my head.
No.
Yeah.
God.
I banged my head and there was a blackout for me for at least few seconds.
Oh my God.
It's so bad.
This is crazy.
Yeah. That was
All
very
that
embarrassing.
passion and fire.
And the actors and the director and the producer, everyone was watching that.
Oh.
So you can imagine the embarrassment.
Yeah. Yeah. But that must have been so painful for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More
But,
than embarrassing, painful.
Painful.
Embarrassing and painful. The final question, what is your favorite dance memory from childhood?
I was in grade 7, I think. I was about 11 years old. No,
Yeah.
I was about 12. I don't know, something like that.
11 or 10.
Yeah, so I got up on stage for one of our functions in school.
Yeah.
And that time we had about like 1,200, 1,400 students. They were all watching, got up on stage, prepared a little dance. And I was solo. Before we were doing like group dances in front of the school, so it was a little bit easier. This time I decided to go solo.
So,
I broke up the dance crew. I flew solo. And I quickly got like this salwar kameez from a friend of mine, wore it, put like a dupatta on my hips, tied it, put my sneakers on, went on stage, and I was dancing to this Arabic song by Amar Dayab. He's like a very famous Egyptian singer. and I mixed it with Toxic by Britney Spears.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I was like showing all my skills, whatever skill I had that time.
Yeah.
And the whole crowd was like hyping me up, and it was just such an amazing experience to be on that stage and get the crowd going and
Yeah.
performing my whole entire act.
Yeah.
It was really cool. I
A
probably
memorable one.
I probably did a shitty job, but at that time I thought I was the shit.
You
You know?
being
Yeah,
a
I was like,
cool
look at me.
girl.
Yeah.
So do you recollect?
Yeah, of course I do, because the moment was the first time when so I was in Air Force. So they have this every year they do a show on open theatre, and we all perform for the entire the whole Air Force station. So a lot of people were there, and first time I performed a break dance on stage,
Yeah.
wearing this Arabic. What do you call it?
The white one?
Yeah, the white one.
Oh, okay.
And so I copied Javed Jafri, which he did in long back.
Okay.
So I did first. It's exactly like how Michael Jackson had
Yeah.
when he did Moonwalk.
Moonwalk,
Right.
right, correct.
So I did it on stage for the
Wow.
first time in Air Force Station. The first time somebody's moonwalking on stage was.
Must have been a fascinating
Yeah, fascinating.
experience.
Wow.
Yeah.
So after I finished, people were, they were yelling and saying once more, once more, once more. I came on the stage and everyone shouted, "Moonwalk, do that moonwalk again." So I did once, and they said no, once again. So they were not letting me go on off stage. So yeah, that was the moment which I.
Outstanding.
Yeah, but thank you so much, sir, and Nora, for doing
Thanks
this
for coming.
interaction.
Thank
I wish you both all the luck for Hip Hop India, and I hope it does wonders with every episode that comes every week.
Thank you
you so
Thank you so much.